The Passover Haggadah ends with a seemingly benign and innocent and light-hearted children's song called Chad Gadya, which was added to the Haggadah in medieval times. And the origins of this song, Chad Gadya, is Germanic. And in this song, we learn about one goat. The whole song is in Aramaic. Chad Gadya means one goat that daddy bought for 2 zuzeh. Zuzeh is a currency. And then lo and behold, there comes a cat who devours the goat that daddy bought for 2 zuzim. But then comes a dog who devours the cat who devoured the goat. But then comes a stick which kills the dog, which kills the cat, which killed the goat. But then comes fire, and the fire consumes the stick which killed the dog, which killed the cat, which killed the goat. And after that comes water, and the water extinguishes the fire which consumed the stick, which killed the dog, which killed the cat, which killed the goat. And then comes an ox, a bull, and the bull drinks the water which extinguished the fire, which consumed the stick, which killed the dog, which killed the cat, which killed the goat. And finally, there comes the butcher, the ritual slaughterer, who makes kosher meat. And he butchers the ox, the bull, who drank the water which extinguished the fire, which consumed the stick, which killed the dog, which killed the cat, which killed the goat. And finally comes the angel of death. And the angel of death takes away the ritual slaughterer who killed the ox, who drank the water, which extinguished the fire, which consumed the stick, which killed the dog, which killed the cat, which killed the goat. And at the end we say, the Holy One, blessed be He, is going to come and take away the angel of death, who killed the ritual slaughterer, who killed the ox, who drank the water, which extinguished the fire. And that fire was the fire which consumed the stick, which killed the dog, which killed the cat, which killed the goat. It's a very amusing song, and you're supposed to sing it ever more rapidly and get a kick out of it. But behind it is the story of civilizational, geopolitical will to power. Comes a nation, ancient Egypt, that's the goat, thinks it controls everything. Then comes another nation, the Assyrian Empire, consumes it. Then comes another one, the Babylonian, consumes that empire. Then comes the Persian Empire. And then comes the Syrian Greek Empire. And then comes the pagan Roman Empire. And then comes Christian Rome. And then comes medieval Islam. Later on, we have the 20th century regimes. And regime after regime, political power after political power, they all succumb to the next hegemonic dominant superpower. So, Chad Gadya is actually a very deep song. It's telling us, to quote the name of a foundational book in political science, about the games that nations play for global dominance, for worldly hegemony. And it reminds us that political power and material power ultimately wither away. Only spirit endures. And secondly, there is a deeper layer to this poem. Not only is it about the political realism of thinkers like Thomas Hobbes and Edmund Burke and Samuel Huntington, who remind us that every world power endures for a while and is then overtaken by another until the end of days and the final redemption. But it's also a sordid and humorous depiction of the way we compete against each other in the rat race. And it reminds us that even if you win the rat race, you're still a rat. And finally, in our difficult times, the story of Chad Gadya encapsulates our profoundest prayer at this point in time in human history for God Almighty to come and slaughter the angel of death, which viciously descended upon us, upon the human race, the coronavirus, COVID-19, so that we can all, please God, go back to normal life. We can all go back to living in the world without fear of sickness or death. As we enter the final days of Passover, the 7th and the 8th day, let us remember the relative merits, the limitations, and even the farce that's inherent in what Nietzsche called the will to power, of one nation over another, of one person over another. Sooner or later, we all leave the stage and are no longer here. Let us not play this game of trying to achieve dominion over others. Rather, let us compete with our own God-given inner potential. And let us join in brotherhood at this point in time, when the commonality of fate and destiny of the human condition is more pervasive than ever. And join hands in order to bring an end, please God, as soon as possible to this affliction that descended upon us. May we learn from this, in the words of Isaiah, not to wage war against one another. May humanity comes to learn from this tragic episode our commonalities and our shared fate and destiny. Chag Sameach, and be well.